How to support and be supported by and as Cowboy. Yes, watch this video even if you don't play Cowboy, because I hope you work with Cowboys. First off, let's talk persona builds. I either carry one of these with either broken windows or a flywheel. The most important thing is this drawbridge effect. You have to carry drawbridge effect if you're going to play Cowboy. But what is drawbridge effect? I'm going to show you. Look. Drawbridge effects lets you see survivors through walls like this. When you're harassing, you need to be able to see which survivors running and which way they're going to. You have to carry because you don't know when a survivor is going to loop back or go around. Like in this clip, I'm following Patricia to try to support her. I'm using Drawbridge to see which way she's going so I can position myself accordingly and lasso her when she's needed. When you are playing as Cowboy, there's a few things you should know. There's a lot of spots you can use to support. Roller coaster, especially, you can lasso people onto the coaster and then get them on it to get them away from Hunter. This is one of the best ways to support on Moonlit. You can also lasso survivors as they're interacting with a pallet or a vault to get them across it faster and to transport them quickly, because honestly, animation takes time. Like this, you could pull someone when they're on a pallet and transition them to a fresh kind of area if they're in a broken one. You don't have to be flashy, even just lassoing someone closer to a coaster or a fresh cutting area is enough to save a game. Next, as Cowboy, you should know your spots. I'm not going to go over everyone in this video, but if you stitch up Cowboy guides, you'll see a lot of spots. You can lasso through windows, you can lasso through barred areas like this, you can lasso or through distances, through heights. Learn them, know them, it'll help when you're supporting a lot, especially if you carry drawbridge effects. Carry drawbridge effect. Something else you should be doing, you could lasso people out of the struggle animation. When they're falling, pick them up, you get the distance, and you cut them out of the animation quicker than they normally be in. This is so important when you're harassing because Cowboy relies on someone struggling out. It's especially good if there's someone that needs close distance like a nightmare, or someone that is slower, gaining that distance will save them because after you struggle out, it's often hard to get away if you're in an open area. Something else you can do as Cowboy is you can lasso someone in a patroller. This prevents the patroller from stunning them, and you should carry them as long until the patroller runs out. If you have a patroller already, you should immediately ping to the Cowboy that you have it, and try to run to them so they can hold you and prevent either of you from taking a hit at all. If you're creative, there's a lot of ways you can support in a kite, especially this area is one of my favorites. This is such a huge area, you can lasso them completely across it and waste so much of the hunter's time. There's a lot of heights you can lasso from. Again, here's another example. You can lasso someone onto the coaster like we did at first. Any one of them works. You can get them on a coaster and it speeds up the game. Now another one on our third spots is Birdcage. It's also one of the best spots in that for him. Here, you can lasso someone into the hospital, saves a lot of time. You can get the most stairs, get them from distance. If you're a survivor, you should run to a Cowboy if you know they're here, and they will grab you. Once again, don't underestimate your windows. These are incredibly good. It's so much distance, it forces a hunter to change their game plan, change their target, and it's just really good. But not every height works, especially here. This is one that they patched. You cannot lasso up here, but you can lasso on the ramp. Be careful, don't expect your Cowboy to save you, because they cannot see you and they cannot grab you. Experiment, play around with this. You go over some matches. It's also a really good spot. I've done this rank a few times. It's been very helpful. Drawbridge effect, again, here this is something good. The vaulting animation takes time. If you see survivor is running and they're not going to have time to vault it, you can grab them before they make the vault, and it'll save them from getting the hit. Now, arguably the most important thing you have to know if you're getting supported by Cowboy or you're playing Cowboy is his damage distribution. When you are holding somebody who is not downed, when you get hit, if they are a female, you will take 2 hits. If you're holding a male, you will each get 1 hit. So in this clip, I'm a full health Cowboy carrying a woman. If I get hit, I'm taking 2 normal hits, so I'm going to be fully downed. You always want to minimize the damage distribution. So if you're full health carrying a female, you want to drop her before you get hit to minimize the damage distribution. So it'll only be different if she's dead on chair, the last average prime, and you try to guarantee your survival by taking the hit. But otherwise, you want to minimize the total damage taken across your team. But if you are half health carrying a half health male, when you get hit, you're each going to take 1 damage, and you'll both get downed. You don't want to do this. You want to minimize the damage. So it's safer to drop and have one of you die than both of you die. Same thing if you're at full health as a male and they're also full health, you're each going to take 1 hit. You want to drop, you want to minimize the damage. But that doesn't mean be dumb about how you drop. If you have a lot of distance for a hunter, putting them down takes time and you're standing still in the animation. I'm going to show again, look, the hunter was nowhere near us. Because I wasted time putting her down, she was able to get hit when I probably wouldn't have been able to make it to an obstacle and prevent that from happening to begin with. It's better to wait until you're behind an obstacle to put them down so that you don't get hit. Of course, if it's necessary and they're close enough they're going to hit you, put them down and minimize the damage. Chip hits also apply to these same rules. If you get hit by a chip while holding male, you each take 1 chip. You don't want to do this. So generally, you don't even want to kite a chip hunter while holding anybody, because you're more likely to get a chip and get more damage to both of y'all. This is even more important for a female. If you get hit by a chip while holding a female, you take both chips for her, so you're going to be at half health. That's not good. And yes, this even applies to things that aren't direct hits. Things like Grace's Water, Jack's Foggy, Violetta's Web, all those still apply the same protection effects. When you're holding someone, you are responsible for their well-being. So if you get hit with a harpoon with Grace's Water, you guys both get the same stack of water applied. So in this clip, we both got about 30%, and that's not good. You want to minimize that. You don't want to be a burden on your team, and you don't want to get your teammates killed. Again, a situation where it's smart to do this if you're protecting a female because she's dead on chair, and you want to keep her alive so you can hold her and guarantee her survival as long as you stay alive. Another example, I put Penny down before I get hit because it's not smart for you to get fully down for no reason when I can just have one of us at half health. Another thing, Cowboy now relies on harassing by letting his teammates struggle out. When you're lassoing someone, you don't want to just set them down immediately. You want to put them far from a chair, usually in a corner, and it gives them more struggle time. Often when I'm lassoing, I don't lasso as soon as I'm able. I wait and give them struggle time before grabbing them. It also helps when a hunter is taking long and they're trying to bait you. Again, dropping someone from the animation takes time. If you're close to the hunter and they're going to hit you anyway, you don't want to waste time putting down a down survivor when you're going to get hit. Just get them more distance by walking with them, crawl on top of them, try to get them to pick you up instead, especially if you're trying to keep somebody alive. Cowboy is all about patience. When you're rescuing it, you typically want to be patient, unless they're right next to a chair, then insta-lasso, but usually I go for manual lassos. So in this clip, he puts her down. I'm trying to be careful to keep my space, but also make sure I'm maintaining close enough distance that when he picks her up, I can lasso her and he won't be able to run away from me. Especially when they have excitement. Most hunters do not know how to excitement probably against Cowboy. You can wait out the excitement, especially if they're far from chair. Do like that. Boom. Now, she already has a lot of struggle, especially that walking the chair where I did not lasso. That's a lot of struggle. Each lasso is also 10%. He also dropped one, so she's basically guaranteed struggle now. Also, when you're working with Cowboy, you don't want to reset his struggle progress that he's built up. So, a lot of times, Luca's or Patricia's will do a short stun and cancel it. This better did that. It's a little bit different, though, because this situation was fine to do that. But typically, you don't want to reset that. And now I'm going to show some clips from TikToks I posted so you can see some in-game examples of how I use these tricks. As a Cowboy, you always got to kind of make a plan, especially against Anne. I always try to lasso survivors from the cat stun. Like this clip, you can see me do that. Boom, clipped, beautiful. Another thing, as a Cowboy, if you've lasso where the exit gate, you can save someone, get them out the gate. This clip batter was about to die. He probably wouldn't have made it if I didn't lasso on time. He drops right as I get there, so yeah, you've lost people to the gate. If you're smart predicting, you can use stuff like this and completely throw off hunters. Your friends flop to rescue, boom, lasso the chair right before it hits the thing. This is best against camping ants or bonbons or hasters. From a TikTok, boom, clutched it through window, boom. He's exceptional at harassing against Anne. You can lasso survivors all over him to stun and get them away from them. Here's from another TikTok. I use my Drawbridge effect. I know where batter is. I put him in this building. I'm watching him as he's going upstairs. I know he's going to come back out. So I'm already waiting there, and I grab him again, and this saves him from getting downed. Another real rank example, the Suka struggles out. He's in a horrible area against Grace. I lasso him when I get him to a bare spot. Again, properly position yourself to your teammates is key. I already know where Luke was coming from, so I grab him, I save him. Again, this next clip, I have Drawbridge effect, so I know he's about to turn that corner. I let go lasso before I see him, because I know my lasso is going to reach there before he gets there. With IVs, you can lasso people out that stun animation, especially when they're about a how pallet and just breaking it. You can lasso them, save them. And yes, you can one-tap those struggle. He's struggling out. I grab him. The animation was short. He would have died. I saved him. Boom. Sometimes you gotta be risky, such when rushed by the chair. You don't even need the survivor to struggle out for it to be an effective harass. In this clip, I piss off the Fool's so much that he just completely switches targets to me. And even if he hadn't switched targets and I missed my lasso, I still wasted so much time. I'm gonna let the rest of this clip play out. But basically, I'm just positioning myself. I know where he's gonna go. I know where I want to put myself. I drop far from chair here, and this is where he finally switches to me. With Cowboy, be smart about how you position yourself, no cooldowns, know your range, and carry Drawbridge effect. Don't be afraid to help your teammates. Cowboy can lasso survivors out of every stun, Alva, Philip, Wheel, every stun. And this just barely scrapes the surface for what Cowboy is capable of. If you look through any of the videos on my TikTok page, you'll see just how versatile he is as a survivor. He's amazing. I love my Cowboy. And now this is just about supporting. I didn't really go into lasso saving specifically. But if you have any questions, you want to see more from me, please ask. I'm always down to privately talk to anyone to help them with their Cowboy. I have a written guide. Anything you want, I'm here to serve. Back to my TikTok page. If you need more help, DM me, let me know, ask questions. Have a great day.